Okay, there's no avoiding it.
We are the Crawfords. We have 6 kids and are hiking the Appalachian Trail, a 2,200-mile hike from Georgia to Maine. We don't know if we can finish it, but we are doing it together.
Good morning. Look at this mansion we are eating in that we stayed in last night. All for us.
Literally today.
And look who we got here making breakfast for us.
I mean, I've been outside.
Coffee making. What's it like cooking in a kitchen?
It's unreal. It feels surreal. Feel privileged.
We got like the fancy copper pans over here. Potatoes cooking. Got some waffles going on here. Fresh ground. We probably will.
You will.
But
okay.
Just in case.
Just in case.
But either way. It's been fun.
It'll be pretty good.
This feels like the moment of truth. We're heading into some of the toughest mountains of Maine in thunder showers. And Amanda, or Pee-wee, back at the house, is taking a 0-day today, which if we had the schedule for, I think we would probably also be doing. But it just really feels like now we are just making these decisions just because we have to. And we have 3 days to get through the hardest part of Maine, all in thunderstorms. So it's tough. Like, it's kind of it's a mixed bag. Like, on one side I wish we had all this time to relax, and another side I'm like really glad to possibly be done in 2 weeks. And if we didn't have to be out here, I don't think we would be at all at this point. All right, this is it. You guys ready for this? No. Okay, it looks pretty wet out there. Oh, that's coming down. We are about 3 miles in. It was pretty, oh my gosh, this camera's getting wet. It was pretty soaking when we got out of the car, but it seems to have died down a little bit. You know, it's tough going from a hostel to just the pouring rain. Everyone was passing us the other direction, and they were all getting off the trail and going to hostels. But right now, I feel good being out here. Like, I know what we need to do. I feel like we've trained for this moment. This is gonna be one of the hardest sections. It's the crappiest weather, but there's not a question of where we need to be and what we need to be doing right now. Hikers hike, and we're doing that. There's other times where it's like, oh, is this the right decision? Should we be holding our energy back? Or like keeping the kids safer inside, or storing up morale, or whatever, none of that. Right now, it's like, we gotta be there, and we gotta go. And it's gonna suck, it's gonna be a hard 3 days, but this 3 days is like make it or break it time for us. If we can do these 3 days, we can finish the trip. Yeah. So it feels good to be out here, even though it's in the rain right now. I think other times it would have been a lot harder.
We were coming up the mountain a couple miles back, and we ran into this guy who had this bandage on his forehead, and I guess he got stuck up in the storm last night. And he hit his head, and you can kind of see the bandage was kind of bloody, and he was all right, but it was kind of a little bit freaky and kind of sobering to know what you're dealing with. I think we'll be okay, but we're gonna try to be pretty careful up here and try to get over the mountain as quick as we can, but being careful at the same time. Also, what's really cool is, so we were just, you know, hiking, doing our thing, and this guy with his dog passes us, or comes up right behind us, and we're like, oh hey, you know what you do with hikers, you're like, hey, how, you know, what are you doing out here? And then we find out that it's Brad, who we're gonna be staying with tomorrow night, and maybe the next 2 nights after that, which is so crazy. So he just decided, he's right back there. He just decided to just hike and kind of surprise us, and he brought up special drinks for us even. Just super, super cool on this pretty crappy day and hard day to, yeah. So, and we got chocolate milk that we're sharing. It's pretty awesome.
It's really hard out here. Everything is wet and you basically can't trust any step you take because you could slip and fall. I'm trying to get out of this above tree line section as quick as possible. For lunch, we're doing these this cooked chicken that's all cut up and seasoned that Fresh Ground gave to us, and then apples, some desserts, and most of the stuff that I have for lunch people have just given to us from, it's come from Trail Magic, and then Fresh Ground gave us some stuff, and yeah, most of it is from other people. We didn't have to buy the next 2 lunches, really.
All right, let's try this. There's no avoiding it. I'm trying to keep these shoes dry for like 4 weeks. Rainier, my feet are all wet. Oh. I can hear Cammy and the kids getting their feet wet, going through the water down there. This is the second of the 3 peaks today, I think. We just made it to the top. 1 more, then we can get off this ridge. It's getting pretty windy and rainy up here again. I want to get off this thing before the weather really turns. All right, Rainier, we kind of made it. This sign means we are back under tree line. We've been scrambling on these rocks for like an hour now, but I feel better about being at a lower elevation. We are currently walking down a giant granite slip and slide. It's like we're at an amusement park. Except we could die.
It's raining again, and we're almost done with our 3rd peak of the day. Or no, We're almost at the top of our third peak of the day.
That's our last peak for the day.
I'm feeling really tired and just kind of like, I don't really want to hike anymore.
We just had a fall. What happened?
Look at this. It was a stupid thing. It was like, it got me. It was like,
No, it wasn't like that. I saw it. Hey, it was like this. It was like you got caught, and so you're like, and
then
you
I
turned around, and then
oh my gosh.
here.
Okay, we have been warned about this stream by a couple people because there's so much rain lately. It's like flooded, and we're gonna have to like figure out a way to go through it to ford the river, which kind of sucks because I think we're gonna be getting wet, and it's late in the day, and I'm worn out. All right, here goes. Oh, this is cold. Oh, because I was wearing short shorts. Shout out for short shorts. I just got like mostly wet. Jeez, that water's moving fast though. That's kind of scary. All right, Dove, why don't you come? Okay, Dove's almost across. All right, Memory.
Yeah.
I got really dizzy looking at the water and walking through. It was fun and cold.
It was not as bad as I expected it to be. It was actually a little bit fun. I don't know, it's like kind of scary.
I felt like I was gonna fall in.
I am really glad that is over with. All right, we still have some miles to get in today.
2 miles.
That's where we came from. Oh, that's so cool. The last mile we are having to do in the dark here because it's pretty dark here in the woods.
For dinner, we're having broccoli cheddar soup and the leftover chicken that we ate for lunch. We're having Oreo balls for dessert.
Look at this view over here. There's some sort of stream down there. Alright, that was a heck of a day. We did 15.4 miles today. I think this is one of our last 3 very difficult days complete. And I think it was a huge win. I think it was a huge win. We got outside in the rain today. We met our goal. We hiked in the rain. We got over a difficult section. We had talked about slack packing it, which meant that somewhere around here we would have got picked up and we would have paid $100, went to a hostel for $125, and then came back for another $100, which we've never paid for slack packing, and we just decided, you know what, it's not time to start now. We're really happy, just kind of biting the bullet, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
My feet hurt.
Time to go to bed and have some snuggle time. Hey.
I Okay, where's the other one?